Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Teach Quill How to Play Total War. Warhammer, specifically. The last 4 videos, lots of really helpful advice, and I got a little bit more of an itch to play a bit more Warhammer, so I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and continue this, see if we can apply some of the lessons from the first 4 videos here, which have all gone live, have plenty of chance to read as many of the comments. I don't know how many I'll remember and be able to put into effect in every single go, but I'm going to try my best over here. And a lot of people wanted to see me continue my campaign against the Greenskins, so that is, in fact, what we are going to do. Now, it has been several days since the last time I played this, actually, like a couple of weeks, I think. So I'm trying to kind of remind myself what my current situation is. This is me, right? Yeah, dwarves, dwarven realms, so I'm at war with the Skull Takers, the Red Fangs, the Scabby Eyes, the Red Eyes, the Greenskins, and the Von Karstens. Okay, and I guess we can see the red bits on the map. So they're all like Greenskin, Orcish Goblin tribes, other than the Von Karstens vampire over here. Now, we do have, if I go to this screen, we do have an army at the Pillars of Grugny and down here. Now, these guys here are sort of passive and defensive. The problem is we are on the border of these fellas, and we don't actually have an army here, do we? These are... Oh, this is not me. That's not me. Sorry, I got confused because of the blue here. Okay, so my allies are at war over there. I think I got pulled into the war because of that. That's right, we've got Mount Gunbad. But other than that, we're okay. Enemy army, and these are more dwarfy things. So I think we did have a group here because it was a good blockade, although we might consider moving these fellas over here. I don't think we've got any moves left. That's why that is blank, so never mind. I'll go and take care of someone else first. So our primary army over here still has a full group of things. We've only got a couple of siege units, but hopefully that's okay. What is this plus? Troops replenish. Oh, they're replenishing their numbers. Otherwise, we're in pretty goddamn good shape. So I don't think I see any reason not to continue to march forward. We can go a little further if we use the underway, so I guess that is, in fact, what we're going to do. We're going to sort of teleport over there. They do have a relatively large army over here, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I think our cities... We have some money, but not much. I think we're all... Yeah, everything is busy and underway. Alright, I don't think there's anything to do here except hit next turn at this point and see if we can continue hammering the Greenskins as much as possible. Von Karstens are moving around. The Vampire Undead Army. A little sip of coffee while we wait for the turns. I'm playing this pretty early in the morning. Hopefully that doesn't affect me. A little bit more caffeine. Okay, so... Now, one of the things in this game is it doesn't seem to, like, prompt you to, like, hey, by the way, you probably want to move a unit. Although I think when I hit end turn, sometimes it'll point out that something's not quite complete. Now, I can't attack while in the underway stance. I don't think there's any reason for me to do any kind of what do you call it, raiding over here. I think we just go in for the attack is probably okay. Now, these fellas do have a fully loaded army. This will not have walls, though. It's a minor settlement. We do seem to have superior numbers. I mean, we don't get, like, I don't think we get any sort of, like, relative strength indication, other than the bar, which is, like, sort of total number of stuffs. There might be a garrison in here, though. And we might have to fight both the regular army and the city's own garrison troops. That might make it a little bit more scary. Still, what are we? Are we elves? No, we're dwarves. Let's go for it. And indeed, that is the case. What is this thing? Oh, the magic bar. I don't know if that matters for us. Laying siege, public order, yada, yada, yada. We don't have any runes because we've already gone ahead and equipped that. We've got our missile resistance around our lord. I don't know. Let's go for it. We will fight this battle. It was a very close one, and so we definitely don't want to automate things. They've got mounted archers, so they're definitely going to have speed. Now, of course, we're going to be on the offense here, so it's going to be our responsibility to attack. But with 2 siege units, I'm hoping that, you know, we're going to force their hand. They're going to have to move at us, which is what we're looking for since dwarves don't move too quickly. Now, what I'm thinking is I'm going to use the pickaxes, the pickaxe units in a slightly more mobile, quote-unquote, position to do flanking. Obviously, they're still not going to be very fast. Okay, so we've got, like, no cover of any kind going on over here, which I guess is fine. Obviously, they don't move very fast because they're dwarves, but the idea is not to have them be pinned down and have them slowly, admittedly, move out from behind cover and hit people from the side with their armor-piercing attacks and just, like, crush face as much as possible here. So, oh yeah, we got 2 support specialists as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all these guys in one go. I'm going to go ahead and get my 2 stronger groups on the edges of this melee composition. I'm going to try to make this as long a line as possible, which seems to be that much. I'm going to hit G to group and lock them. I will then just scooch them over a little bit here to try to center up on this hill, kind of like that. Alright, I think that's going to be okay. And so the idea is I'm going to have these pick units kind of be like that. You know, a little bit of flanking cover on the sides, but also ready to go around. Hopefully, he'll use that shift right-click move to draw some cool lines, which is going to be awesome. I don't think there's any reason not to just put my melee or my archers like this. I think I'm going to have them a little bit more concentrated here, just because it'll make it a little harder for them to get flanked out completely. And that's going to be okay. I'll group you, although the structure for you is a little less important. And then our catapults will be right behind, like that. And we're going to be looking probably to overlap the catapult area and really break a couple of core armies as much as possible. I could flare them out a little bit so they don't overlap, just to make sure to catch all the angles. It might be okay to do that, actually. Just slightly flared, like that. And then if I select you guys, we still have... Can I hit space to see that? We still have an overlapping area over here, but we should be able to hit regardless. I mean, if they deploy too far back, then I might not be hitting them right from the start. We'll have to scrooch up just a little bit, but I think that's going to be okay. In terms of my lords, we're going to go and spread them out just a scooch so that we can get the aura covering them up. And I think that's going to be okay. Let's go ahead and start the battle. And it looks like we... Yeah, and they are going to move up right away. I think they're not going to have much of a way of a choice because of our siege units, which are presumably firing. There they go. I could have them target... Oh, what the hell's hitting us back here? Buzz. What the hell is that? Is it this guy using some sort of magic? Spellcaster. Frenzy. Yeah, okay. There's something going on for that. Yeah, so I might want to have my my siege units specifically target something that's a little bit more clustered. But at this point, I think we're more or less okay on this. Okay. Just go ahead and unpause. Looks like that magic attack actually fell short, so that's going to be good. Pause. What is this thing again? Rally. So it starts on cooldown? Okay, well, which is fine. And then my rune guy, support specialist, doesn't have anything. He's got runic magic, but I don't think we've actually unlocked any abilities, because I don't see any buttons here, so I think that is the situation. If anyone wants to let me know otherwise, that would be splendid, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Okay, it looks like they are looking to do a big flank over this way. And I think they're moving too fast for us to target them. So I'm going to, like, get you to explicitly... Just to make sure nothing bad happens, you're going to explicitly target those guys. I would like to go... There you go, kind of like that. Because it's slightly more clustered, because artillery is pretty inaccurate. So these guys might do a really, truly crazy flank, so I'm going to go and more explicitly move you that way. And just move you just behind the warriors, because they are armored and everything like that. And shielded, which is particularly good against missiles. Right? Is that represented somewhere? I mean, we've got melee defense. Oh, this is not the shielded guys. Armored and shielded. Shields have a chance of blocking that. Okay, under armor it's got that. Can we get a pop-up? Block 35% of all... Yeah, good. You guys are going to get fired at, which is lovely. Now, these guys don't have blast charges. No, they don't. So you're going to get fired at a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Exchange fire. I think our ranged attacks are considerably more accurate. These guys are not actually shielded here. So they're going to take some damage. Catapults. Now, if I tell you to halt, I think that canceled the fixed attacking. So they will be freely attacking whatever right now, which is fine. I think I'm going to turn these archers this way, in case these guys decide to stop over there. So we've got some firing, but focusing most of the fire into the middle is good. We've already broken some of them. Now, the morale of a lot of the greenskins is not great, although they can recover pretty quickly. So we're still getting fired on, but that's all right. We've got a minimum range thing, but that's okay. Hidden foes? What? How are there hidden foes here? How's that possible? It's in the middle of our plain sight. Kind of crazy-ass stuff that they have going on. Okay, I'm going to have to move you to there. And move you to there. Okay, as far as I know, everyone's pretty active, except these miners. I mean, people are getting fired at, which is fine. I could move these miners out to go and engage these archers. I could actually move a couple of things up over here, which might not be a terrible idea. We'll wait until the range guys come in, but I'm going to move my pickaxes forward anyway. And we should be able to do a couple of flanking moves. So those guys are already broken. I'm not worried about... I'm assuming these archers have low armor. Yeah, 25 versus these guys, 30. Well, either way, it's not very much. So, I mean, the pickaxes would be better over here, but position-wise, I don't think it matters that much. So, I'm going to go ahead and... So, what is it? Shift right-click to draw a path? There we go, sort of that way. And you're just going to go and directly make a go with these archers. So, yeah, we're going to try to hit these guys from behind. You go in there. I mean, I know I don't have them on guard, but I think it's going to be alright. So they're still trying to do a bit of a flank. I'm wondering if I should just run up and try to engage these guys. These are proper cavalry. They're fairly armored as well, although that makes the pickaxes that much nicer. We've got to remember, these pickaxe guys also have some ranged attacks. These guys are shielded. What I'm wondering is, should I... Because I forgot these guys have the ranged attack. Should I go and try to fire back on these guys as opposed to these guys who are shielded? You know what? It's fine. I'm just going to right-click here, so they should turn and try to missile these guys, and then when they run out of bullets, they will then close to melee. I don't know if, like, their speed... Actually, their speed might make... You know what? Some of the fire attacks less good. Although, I can't let these guys just flank as a freebie. Is there anyone I can sort of pull back and out over here? Yeah, I think it's perfectly okay, actually, if I decide to turn these units around. Guard the back of my archers. I think that's okay. You guys still have plenty of targets, which is good. You're closing in there. I'm going to more explicitly send you in that way. We're getting a lot of fire here, but these miners... I'm going to go ahead and double-click over here so that they start a run. Yeah, you've broken. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and they're just going to run away. Now, these guys have stopped being broken. Why don't the pickaxes go after the enemy lord, who I'm assuming... Hey, he doesn't have that much armor, actually. Alright, keep charging, as charging as dwarves can handle. And over here... Let's go and take these guys out. The archers. Oh, look at the fire. Although we might be hitting our own people. But yeah, they've broken right away. You moving back. You... Let me get you come back over here. Still not explicitly putting you on guard. Actually, no, you're going to go and hit these guys from the back is what you're going to do. I'll get the runesmith to run in there too. And let's go and sort of... reform a little bit of a line here. Actually, move up onto the hill. That's going to be fine. These guys are running back now. Actually, go ahead and use the rest of your blast charges on these guys. This seems like it was probably a pretty easy victory, actually. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something right? I have no idea. You pin those guys down. You turn this way. We'll see if we can't take out these archers. Still plenty of things to shoot. You're chasing. I'm going to get you to no longer chase that far. Did over here. All these guys seem to be completely broken. There we go. Victory has been achieved. The question is, did I lose more than I needed to? That's always a question I'm going to have. We only lost 142, which doesn't seem too shabby. Now, some people said that one of the things that I do with my my prisoners does affect some of our politics and relations, because someone said if I'm nice to the greenskins, which the other dwarves hate, it might hurt my relationship with them, or at the very least not improve it as much as if I just killed off all of the captives. On the other hand, people have said that if I'm nice and I release captives often, then I will in fact get maybe a kind trade or something, which helps with diplomacy. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and there's mixed commentary as well as about sack then occupy versus loot and occupy versus just occupying. Some people have made the point that the hit the public order is too much for the gold. I don't know. Our income is actually really good right now, so I will just go for a straight up occupy at this point. Grudge successful as well. Oh, it was that army we had to defeat. Excellent. Reward, raise the banners. For 3 turns, we get +1 XP for all units recruited. And cheaper recruitment cost. That's fantastic. We stole the Ogre Blade from the enemy, which may or may not have been assigned to someone. We'll check a look. We've unlocked a Regiment of Renown, some Greatbeards, and some Dragon Slayers, which I believe are super lightly armored but might move fast. I think they might be the only equivalent to like a Dwarven Cavalry. I'll have to check. We gain a Broodmaster, which gives us more income, but I think that again is attached to an army. So let's take a little bit of a look here. A little bit of a look, sure, to my leaders. We unlocked that rally ability. I'd love to also unlock... I forgot to actually use it, but it turns out we didn't need it. Aura size is bigger. It's kind of cool. This is defense for higher tier units in my army. I mean, we probably want stuff like this, but we might want to look at some of these other ranks at some point too. Just give my lord missile resistance. Give him more leadership. That's, again, personal. I don't think it's his aura. Same thing with the armor. The campaign range movement might not be a bad option. I'm thinking I'm going to pick up the Brass Lunged. I mean, it might be overkill to keep stacking the leadership auras, but I don't know. It seems pretty strong. So we're going to do that. We're going to see if we can't work our way up to stand the ground. We'll put 3 points into this and then maybe a point into, I don't know, the heirs or something like that. So we'll take the Brass Lung, which is okay, but I actually opened this up to check the detail screen over here to check some things. We have the Sword of Bloodshed, which is +8 melee attack, but we could also swap around to an Ogre Blade, which is +8% weapon strength. Now, I'm thinking, yeah, we have the Sword of Bloodshed is better. It's also a rare, but if we check, so we're at 58 right now. Yeah, it would bring us down to 50. Oh! Oh! It would be, so melee attack is accuracy versus damage. No, I like the accuracy better. That's going to be fine. Oh, apparently we've gone ahead and grabbed the Dragon Helm, but never equipped it? That seems odd. Maybe another army picked it up. That's entirely possible. So yeah, we have a bunch of dudes over here. Of the rune. Okay, so we have a brewmaster, but we're not using it right now, and I think I'm okay with that because we're using it mostly militarily. Although the treasure hunter, I guess, is more or less useful depending on whether or not we use it. We've also got the looter trait, so which we probably got from doing a bunch of looting. So if I'm going to start doing that, I should probably keep doing that. Alright, that seems okay. I did want to check out the runesmith over here. And because I think I can equip things to him as well. So that's already equipped. But no one's using the Ogre Blade right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Although I've got the other Lord, I could also just do that. That's already equipped. So I suppose... Oh, we can do the Sapper. Can you not use all the slots? Or different types of stuff, maybe. And no one's using the Brewmaster. And there we go. So that's that over here. Okay, we've got that. Now, with the recruitment boost, which I think is global, I mean, I don't have a ton of cash kicking around, but if we bop back over here, and this guy's still only level 1, that's right, and it's just another support specialist. It's not, like, we have an army here, but we don't actually have a lord, do we? I guess he's a rune lord, so I guess he's a lord that also is a rune guy. Okay, that's fine. But I figure we'll go ahead and do some recruitments here. Now, some of those are expensive. I have definitely sold on the idea that you really need siege in these dwarven armies to force people to come at you. What do we have? 4 ranged attack. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more quarrelers. And we don't have any pick guys, so I'm going to get 2 of them. And then a couple more dwarf warriors, which brings us to 18 of 20. Okay, you know what? Let's pull back after all. I still like the idea of the couple pick guys. I suppose we'll go ahead and we'll probably get these guys, although I don't have enough money for everything right now. And then that'll leave some... Oh, I have to hit... recruit. There we go, there's our money. And then I'll get a couple of siege weapons once we complete all that, because our cities are still building things. You actually have a level up waiting for you. And I think we're going to unlock some actual powers, because this is a runesmith with our primary army who's got no actual powers. Unless plus 30 armor for 25 seconds. That's got to be pretty good. Done and done. And I think that pretty much wraps things up. You're recruiting right now, which is fine. You just finish this as your action. Yeah, no pop-up to prompt us for anything else. We've got a very weak-ass greenskin army. We'll probably have a grudge against them because they're in my territory. Well, in shared territory. I suspect we can't reach them. I could probably reach them on a march, assuming you can attack on a march, which I'm not sure if you can. You're still buzzing around here by one of my dwarven allies. Oh! A stranger come. A cloaked stranger from the mist-shrouded land of Albion approaches with a request. He is of sinister aspect, but assures you his intentions are good. You can grant the request, get money, but get chaos corruption. So 3 points of corruption per turn for 10 turns. That's pretty brutal. Or we can refuse and get safeguard, which reduces corruption. I don't know how bad corruption is and how much it lingers and how much it gets purged. I'm just going to go ahead and refuse since I don't know, and who knows, it might turn out to be really bad. It looks to me like we can actually go and stomp these guys, so I'm going to do that. Because we're going to be within their circle, which I think forces an attack. Oh, they just took the retreat option. And we don't have enough juice to go and chase them down anymore. So that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is swing back to Black Crag, because I think... Well, there's a lot of... this might be Fog of War, so I don't know. Here's a good question. Black Crag... Oh, which is the capital. Iron Rock, which we have, and Krog Drone. Oh, which we already have over here. So if we get Black Crag, we'll have this entire province? I think that's the word. And we can do, like, commandments and stuff. So yeah, that'll definitely be the priority. Will be to go there. Yeah, I was going to say we've got like 2 pixels worth of movement left. So we'll start moving that in that direction. That's going to be A-okay. I think you're still on the recruit. Oh, you leveled up, which is swell. We're going to want you to have some runes as well. 100% charge resistance. Inspiring presence, leadership aura effect +5. Do you have a leadership aura? I don't think you already do, and so I would really like to give you a leadership aura. There we go. So let's do that. You're still recruiting, so we'll still leave you there. And you are developing armories, gem cutter's workshop. You could level up the Tinkerer's Shop, which I guess I will do because it will boost our income, although there's something to be said about waiting so that I can level up more military stuff. But no, let's go ahead and invest into more money into the future. It's going to be fine. You're just running away. Turn, 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 turn. If this guy makes it to Black Crag, that would be particularly poor for me, I would say. Huh? Chaos stirs. Storm clouds gather in the north. There are rumors that the barbarous tribes residing in the shadow of chaos have ceased striving against each other for the attention of the dark gods and are instead banding together. Suckling at the teat of chaos, the hordes grow in strength. It seems only a matter of time before the dam breaks and a tide of ruin bursts forth to engulf the old world, corrupting or destroying all of its path. Marshal your strength, nurture the sinews of war, build your walls high, gather warriors to your banner, and temper them in the crucible of battle, so that when the time comes, you may yet weather the storm. Okay. I don't know what is happening, but it sounds bad. Thorgrim Grudge Bearer. I could come down here and try to bop these guys before they reinforce, but I think it makes sense to go to Black Crag. I could probably move quite a bit closer, not that much closer if I used Underway, and it doesn't matter since I can't attack this turn regardless, so I'll just go ahead and right-click on them and see. Oh, another enemy army, okay. And you over here, I think you're done recruiting all the people that I gave you. So I would really like to go and bop this army out of the way. So I'm going to start moving you over there. And in terms of recruitment, there's not really anything to do. I mean, get some of these Longbeards. But I think we'll go with 18 of 20 and go and see if we can clear these guys out. We might get reinforcements from the city as well. So that seems okay. We don't have a ton of money. There might have been another upgrade we could do to a city somewhere, but we'll see how it is. Oh, we've got... Are you going to try to assassinate or something like that? What you up to? Ooh, a little bit more scary stuff up there, too. We got to be a bit on our guard, because if we get 2v1'd, that could be dangerous. We got more enemy heroes roaming around. Yeah, I don't know what kind of trouble they can cause. And, wait, are you actually attacking me? I'm kind of surprised. Now, this looks like our balance of power is greatly in our favor. So, I think I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve this. Decisive victory, as expected. Release the captives for the treasury, but no, we'll go ahead and we'll execute them. You know what? We're not going to let greenskins live. That would be crazy. Confederation. The Empire and Stirland are confederating. The greenskins and the Scabby Eyes. Block army success. The enemy Goblin Big Boss belonging to greenskins successfully hindered Thorgrim Grudgebearer's army. So does that mean we're going to move slower? And I think we just unlocked the Dwarven Resolve Tech, getting a whole bunch more leadership, which is lovely. We have to carry out an assassination attempt against a character belonging to the greenskins for our grudge. Okay. And we have gained a follower, a grudge keeper. Leadership +4 when fighting against greenskin tribes. And a brewmaster. Okay, so many things happen. We're going to keep unlocking tech, so I think Dwarven Resolve over here, yeah. Crazy leadership. I kind of like the flat XP bonus for warriors and miners, although, you know, we might want to look into just more advanced units now. Interlocking shields, more armor and more daily melee defense for presumably all dwarf units with shields. More leadership for lords and embedded heroes. Not their aura, just personal leadership so they don't break. And melee defense for those guys. It does lead to Retainer's Vows, which just keeps making our lords and heroes more powerful, but we might be able to live without that. XP for ranged units seems pretty good. Or more ammo so we don't run out. That hasn't been a problem yet, though. Our income has dropped a little bit. It's not quite as crazy as it was. I actually think what we're going to do is we're going to swing back to the north here. And we're going to pick up a bunch of things to boost our money. Because it's still not bad, but it's not, you know, ridiculous amounts. And I like ridiculous amounts of money. We have nothing we can do here. Oh, we could level the up to the next tier. That being said, we might want to save the growth in this province for the capital building so that we can unlock the next tier stuff as well as an extra slot. I'm kind of tempted for that. And so over here, people have really recommended the base military type buildings you do in your minor settlements because they do cap at 3. And right now we have no military buildings here. I don't know what's going to be left in Blackcrag. I don't know if it all gets reset. So I'm kind of inclined to buy into the idea of let's go and set up the basic military buildings over here in Iron Rock. And then probably some extra money making as well. I mean, these all go to tier 4. The Arsenal and the Rangers Barracks only go to tier 3 over here. That might be a good thing to build there. But I think one, maybe even a public order building, to be honest. Or a growth building. You know what? I kind of like that. Let's get one growth building going on in this province. We can sort the rest out after. I guess we can do some stuff here too. Oh! You've got timber resources, which you can use for trade and everything like that. I think I'm always going to be inclined to build the trade-oriented building whenever the opportunity presents itself. Yeah, let's just hold off on that for now. That's going to be okay. So, I don't know how hindered we are. Well, hindered enough that we can't actually go in and attack quite yet. I can't, like, turn around and do anything to this guy. So, I think we'll just... Can I not move at all? I'm confused.
Bring them.
I can't move into the circle? Blocked. 50% less range. I mean, it looks like I still have movement, but
The High King moves.
I guess I can't enter this at all unless maybe I can enter all the way. So I can't enter his little circle right now, but I can't actually reach him. So I'm wondering if that's it. It's the first time that has come up exactly here. So we'll see what happens next turn. Meanwhile, you over here, who's gotten some more experience and can level up again. Let's go and unlock a rune. You can reach this guy, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't want to do that. And again, we've got 100% victory basically here, so we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to wrap up this video. We're going to execute these captives again. Although we've already got this buff going on. What the hell? Let's release these. This time for money. I know I said, oh, we'll kill all the greenskins, but it's fine. Skull Takers have been obliterated. Nothing left from them. Oh, that was their last standing army, and they had no cities, I guess. Cool. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching another episode, folks, and I'll see you guys next time. There will be more. See you then.